In a time before history, ancient mariners crossed the sea from Southeast Asia and Oceania and discovered their own private paradise. For centuries they thrived. People joined them from other cultures, and together they developed stunningly beautiful arts and crafts. Its motto is Bali Dwipa Jaya, or Glorious Bali Island, and it has been called the Island of Peace, Morning of the World, and the Island of Love. We prefer to call it Bali, the Island of the Gods. Bali, the Island of the Gods. Most likely because in ancient times 9 gods worshipped by 9 Hindu sects: Pasupata, Bhairawa, Siva, Siddhanta, Vaishnavi, Bodha, Brahma, Rezi, Sora, and Ganapataya. Each sect had its own deity. Because these sects need to produce art, sculpture, music, and dance to celebrate their religious faith, they developed a culture rich in its ability to create art of all kinds. Today, Bali is an island as well as a province of Indonesia that covers a few small neighbouring islands as well as the island itself. Bali is at the centre of the Indonesian archipelago. There are 17,000 islands in Indonesia. The entire island is divided into small villages. Each has wetlands or rice fields and dry lands for homes, temples, and roads. Motorbikes are the preferred means of transport, and thousands make their way along city streets. In addition to being heavily influenced by the Hindu sects, its culture is influenced by the Chinese and Indian cultures as well. Bali is the home of most of Indonesia's Hindu minority, and the rest of its residents are Muslim. The island has become the largest tourist destination in Indonesia and is famous for its arts, including dance, sculpture, painting, leather goods, metalworking, and music. Balinese dances have evolved from a very ancient tradition that is part of the artistic as well as religious expression of the natives of Bali. Balinese children learn their craft from their mothers as soon as they are born. Before they can even walk, they are taught to dance with their hands. Official training of Balinese dancers starts as early as age 7. The dancers tell stories through angular, intensely expressive whole-body gestures, using fingers, hands, head, and even eye movements. Many of the dances involve Rangda, the witch, and the beast, Barong. Most of the dances in Bali involve Hindu rituals such as the Sangyang Didari sacred dance, evoking high-end spirits that are believed to possess the dancers in a trance during the performance. In this village of Satay Mara, all of the residents have turned out for this performance. The singers break into stunning, interlocking vocal parts. The singers drink tuak, which is sweet palm wine, to get into the proper spirit for the performance. Temple festivals are called Odaland. Participants in the festival dance when moved upon by the spirit. This is the Kunagan festival. It takes place every 210 days. Here's the mythical barung. It's the symbol of order, harmony and health. The barung dance wards off evil spirits. Rangda is the witch. She is the barung's demonic counterpart, representing chaos, illness and evil. Not all Balinese dances are linked to religious rituals, such as pendet, which is a welcoming dance, and joget dance, that is a social dance for entertainment purposes. The Hindus believe that dance is an accompaniment to the perpetual dissolving and reforming of the world. One of the primary instruments used in Balinese music is the gamelan, which means orchestra. Bronze gongs, cymbals and metal xylophones make up a gamelan. Bali shares the gamelan and various other instruments and musical styles with the rest of Indonesia and other countries. However, Bali has its own techniques and styles. Balinese music is best compared to pre-Islamic Javanese music. During that time, Javanese tonal systems were imported to Bali. This is a gamelan jagog performance, derived from penset silot, which is a popular Balinese martial art form. A clowning master of ceremonies makes his way across the stage, joking, commenting and mocking the action on the stage. This musician is playing a melody on an instrument called a trombone. No matter how small the community is, music in Bali is an important part in everyday life. This entire village turned out for the special performance by local musicians. In addition to several unique kinds of gamelan, other typical Balinese instruments include xylophones, gongs, a variety of percussion instruments, bamboo flutes, and the rebab, which is a two-stringed spike fiddle. Here's where a gong's life begins. A worker scrapes hand cymbals. A special blend of bronze is used in these instruments. The gong caviar is a very special sacred gong. It's believed to be imbued with the resident spirit. A priest puts the spirit into the gong. The art of wood carving was developed, and Balinese artisans gained a reputation for being able to exploit the expressive qualities inherent in wood. Artisans go into the forest searching for strangely shaped trunks and branches and transform them into gnarled spooks and demonic figures, or twisted human bodies that express human feelings. Masks are sacred, and dancers who wear them are believed to be possessed by the spirit of the mask. Bali tribal masks are used to scare evil spirits, prevent sicknesses and natural disasters. Mask dances are used in many ceremonies, represent good and evil, and offer spiritual protection. This master mask maker has been making masks since 1947. Finely carved and painted Balinese masks are patterned after gods and figures from Balinese folklore. Visitors consider them valued souvenirs of their Bali vacations. Bali is also known as the island of 1,000 temples. No visit to Bali is complete unless one gets to see some of them. Majestic temple architecture invites Hindu deities to descend into shrines in effigies. Superb artistry adorns complexes. Finely carved beams, remarkable statues, and incredible stonework. Inner courtyards display important statues to the temple's most important deities. Priests give holy water to family members as they pray. The Bisaki temple, or Mother Temple, is over 1,000 years old. In 1963, Mount Agung erupted in Bali, killing 1,700 people. The lava flows missed the temple by a very short distance, which was seen by the Balinese as a miracle and a sign from the gods. The most famous of the Balinese temples is Tanah Lot, which means land in the middle of the sea. It's just off the coast, built on a rock. It is believed to be the work of 15th century priest Narata. The villagers are returning from a sunrise ceremony. Men, women, and children participate in such ceremonies, which are essential in Balinese life. This is Tirta Impur, which contains holy baths where people pray, dip themselves, and cleanse their minds, their bodies, and souls. Each village has its own banja, an association that oversees the important ceremonies and rituals. These are religious communities centered around core temples. There are at least 3 temples in each village. This temple in the small village of Sedang is one of the many thousand family temples in Bali. Here the priests are making offerings by ringing the bells and calling the spirits, burning incense, doing prayers and meditation. The women have brought in all kinds of offerings, fruits on their heads, and other things to eat for the gods. These are only a few of the temples that can be visited in Bali. Cockfighting is a very popular activity in Bali. Most men breed fighting cocks and keep them in rattan baskets. There's a religious aspect, as the cocks are considered sacrifices. Of course, cockfighting is mainly a form of gambling. Ubud is a town located in the central foothills of the Guinea Regency and is the cultural centre of Bali. It has a population of about 30,000 people and is the home of many museums featuring the best of Balinese art. In the early 20th century, prominent artists and celebrities discovered Ubud, including Charlie Chaplin, Barbara Hutton, Noel Coward, H.G. Wells, and Vicky Baum. They brought the greatest artists in Bali to Ubud to teach and train the Balinese in arts. The Ubud Monkey Forest is one of the many monkey forests in Bali, a nature reserve and temple complex in Ubud. It houses about 340 crab-eating macaque monkeys. 4 groups of monkeys occupy different territories in the park. Monkeys are an important part of Hindu mythology. Statues of Balinese demons and gods are found here. This is a Kechak monkey dance. It depicts the abduction of Princess Sita. She's rescued by the monkey general Hanuman. One of the greatest surprises here in Bali is just following a random road to explore, and you come across a set of falls like this. It is an exquisitely beautiful and romantic island. Rice culture is king around here. A mild climate and volcanic enriched soil is perfect for growing rice. The Balinese rice terraces go back over 2,000 years when farmers with primitive hand tools began carving the stepped terraces out of steep hillsides. Not only are they beautiful to look at, but produce much needed rice, which is a major staple of the Balinese diet. Each rice field has a small shrine dedicated to the rice goddess. Offerings are made during important periods of the growing cycle. The rice paddies, and especially Subak, its irrigation system, which was developed more than 1,000 years ago, are among the island's many World Heritage Sites. Nagaban, or cremation ceremony, is a ritual performed in Bali that sends their dead to the next life. Bodies are considered to be sleeping. This Nagaban is special. A priest has just passed away, and there is a lot of activity. Musicians are carrying a large gong used for special occasions. The entire village lines the streets dressed in their temple clothes and wait for the body to be brought from the temple. The body is placed as if sleeping inside a coffin. Then the coffin is placed inside either a sarcophagus resembling a buffalo or in a temple structure made of paper and wood. Men then move the coffin with great care and reverence in its specially constructed tower for its journey to the temple. This cage contains a white dove to accompany the body. It represents the soul about to be freed. 40 men hoist the tower and carry it on their shoulders. The procession slowly moves toward the sacred grounds with chants, music, and prayers. The procession never walks in a straight line to confuse bad spirits so they will not bother the deceased. At an intersection, the men turn the tower around 3 times and then continue to the temple for the cremation. No tears are shed because the deceased is considered to be temporarily not present and will reincarnate or find final rest in the moksha, or the freeing from the reincarnation and death cycle. Once at the site, the whole structure is burned. It is believed that the fire is necessary to free the spirit from the body and enable reincarnation. It must be dissolved and return to its original elements. Then the ashes are spread into the sea. Above Lake Batur is Bali's most active volcano, Gunung Batur. It has erupted 20 times in the last 200 years. Another must-see tourist destination in Bali is Trunyan Village. It is accessible only by an hour-long boat ride and situated on the eastern shore of Lake Batur at a place called Skull Island. It is perhaps the most macabre scene in Bali. The people of Tranyan developed their own burial ceremony for their dead that does not involve cremation. Bodies are left in shallow pits covered with cloth and bamboo to dry out under a fragrant tree. They mummify naturally with a fragrant smell. The body is left for a year and then the bones are placed nearby. The skulls are arranged in neat rows or on stone temples. Bali gets the full force of the Southern Ocean direct from Antarctica. Its southeast and southwest coasts are dotted with surfing spots. Bali has become a dream destination for surfers searching for the perfect break. One of the most popular spots is the city of Kuta. Kuta also attracts backpackers as well as families from all over the world. Kuta's broad beachfront is arguably the best in Bali and is often full of sunbathers, especially during the peak season. The gods have smiled upon Bali. Lush jungles, rolling hills, perfect beaches, awesome surf, breathtaking waterfalls, colourful birds, unique wildlife, temples, exotic dance, music and crafts, and ceremonies and traditions that are sure to leave a lasting impression. Bali, Island of the Gods.